Day 7, Sunday. Like, seriously, do I have to go back to work tomorrow? I'm just gonna, like, straighten myself up here a bit. Change my, like, seating position. Ooh, this is comfy. I'm, like, side saddle now. Sveta, you asked me about some opinions yesterday. Well, I think I've come up with something. Continuing to work at our current pace isn't going to work. So we're just going to take it easy, relax, have fun, then this evening we can get back to work completely refreshed. Great idea! Well now, Rambo, aren't you all gung-ho today, and what do you suggest that we do to relax then, knowing you had something to do with the computer? I get the impression that they're starting to just not give a shit about the website, they just want like an excuse to work with each other and be with each other. Huh. Well, normally, yeah, maybe, but I read up on the internet that there's a town not too far away that has this great living history village set up. Also, like one of those, Joe, like they have in Bunratty, there's like an old like period farming village that they have set up where you can see like all the old equipment and the old buildings and see what way people lived and shit. On their webpage, they had all these images of reenacted historical cavalry battles and defenders holding up the walls of a stone fortress in this big siege. They even have all these people dressed up and reciting lines of famous people from the last war. That's it in a nutshell, so what do you say? Should we go? That's not a bad idea. Do you want to book a tour through an agency and take a bus there? No, that'll take all the fun out of it. We can just head down there on our own. So are you suggesting we take a bike ride down there in the middle of winter? Or if you prefer, we could walk there. Either way, it should only take a couple of weeks if we go now. Oh my god, seriously? Oh. Hey, no one said we'd be going on foot. I bought a car a few months ago, so we can use that. Ooh, so he's got a car. That don't impress me much. So you got the moves, but have you got a touch? Well, don't get me wrong, well, I think you're alright. It's like, it got me set off in my Shania Twain escapades. Well, yeah, I've had to drop everything and travel to work sites on demand in the past, so that's why I bought it. The car's older than I am, though, so I don't use it much and walk everywhere instead. Are you sure it'll even start? What a bitch, seriously. Of course it will. I call the car my Swallow. And it's in perfect condition. Hopefully you will too. Hopefully. Well, like I said, I don't use it much. Always driving a car everywhere means it needs constant service. That takes up a lot of money and time. I don't travel much these days, so I prefer walking, but I make sure I keep the car well maintained. Okay then, show me this Swallow of yours. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. On the street. There, well, it's a car. A nice pixelated car. Are you calling this clunker a swallow? There, you see, you've already... Oh my god, I missed that line. What was the... Wait a second, what was the button I had to press to go back again? Pig up? I'm on a laptop, I don't even have a pig up. Well, I guess we'll just have to never know what that line said because I was too trigger happy with the space button. Oh no, I will not sit in that thing. Why? It's old, it looks like it's going to fall apart. When was the last time you even cleaned it? Sveta, the car definitely won't fall apart, I promise. Sure, it looks old, but it's never let me down. Well, I guess I'll take your word for it. Okay, what have we got to lose? Let's go! On the road again. Aww. Another potential thumbnail, maybe? Who knows? You know, maybe this isn't so bad after all. This car of yours might look a bit clumsy, but the ride is quite smooth. The heater works well. It's so warm in here you wouldn't think it's winter. This is so much better than going by bus. Okay, little miss, I'm not going to get in that old clunker. The buses are terrible. Noisy, smelly, surrounded by noisy, smelly strangers. You get crowded in by a noisy, smelly crowd. It's just the two of us here in the car. We're free to go wherever and do whatever we choose. Much better than the bus. And that's not all. We've got all the comforts of modern living, even when on the road. Here you go. Have a thermos of warm coffee. Oh, super, thank you. Aw, how heartwarming. On the tour in another city. Oh my god, this is a new track. This is new music that only, like, starts, like, showing up on this day, like, in the game, and it's so good. It's so, like, oh my god, I love it. And it's only getting started. bum, bum. Da, 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 da. It's like so. Oh my god, I love it. It's just so like has so much momentum. Oh my god, I concentrate, focus on the game. It is here that we force invaders to retreat, though on the verge of defeat, a valiant effort by our troops turned the tide against our foes, but at an enormous cost. Then a group of only 3 people made for the whole battle. Wait a second. Then a group of only 3 people made for the whole battle more than all the others put together. Okay, I get you. Wow, turns out you're pretty smart. How do you? You're a funny little boy. How do you know so much? No, I just pass a lot of time playing the shooter. Doll of Cutie? Are you for real? Who designed it? Gil Bates? The horror. Doll of Cutie, are you for real? Jeez. Oh, here's the situation like in that TV series. You know the one, when the old man tells how his leg was cut off in the war. What series are you talking about? Band of Brothers? It's like, that doesn't even work, that name. It's just like you swap the letters around, it's still like the same thing. Not cut off, but blown off by a shell. It's a very sad story in general. Yeah, it made me cry a lot when he tried to get up and saw his foot off to the side. Or maybe it was raving Sivet Pryan, I don't know. You don't understand anything. It was a very dramatic moment. Pfft, I can't handle drama. I mean, look at these guys. They should have learned to shoot better. Haha. Right, you've crossed the line there. I've got just the thing for that. Oh my god, did you bring the towel? Hey, what are you doing? Put that down. Oh no, you don't. Get back here and accept your punishment like a man. This for making insensitive jokes during a tragic scene. What? Where did you get that? Wait, this will turn into its own tragic scene if you hit me on the head with a frying pan. Where did you pull that from anyway, hammer space? There wasn't a frying pan in your hands a minute ago. Didn't you know a girl's handbag is actually bottomless? You never know what I've got in here. Are you for real? Seriously? A frying pan? Wow, stop trying to change the subject and get back here. You're not going to try and hit me anymore, right? You know I will. I did not hit her. It's not true. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'll stay right here, thank you. Oh, yes, you will. You'll get even worse if you don't. Seriously, this is the start of a great relationship here. Nope. Oh, really? I'll just have to get you later. Maybe Vlad likes it like that. What's this? It looks like an art class. Wow, I remember this picture. This piece is one of the most significant battles in history. This music just keeps going and going. I love that. A lot of locals had ancestors that fought in this battle. The armistice agreed upon afterwards helped bring about a long period of peace and prosperity. What, more Doll of Cutie? No, those are only about modern wars. So where did you learn all of this? Seriously, I want to know. Do you have history books at home? Oh no, see, I don't just play Doll of Cutie. I have a lot of historical games too. I particularly like strategy war games. What was the one that I used to play before? There was like one... And I used to play it like when I was really young on the PC, but I can't remember what it is. You really are a hopeless case after all. Was it Age of Empires or some shit like that? I think it was something. I think that's what it was called. Wow, this cafe still exists. Let's check it out. Here? It doesn't look very decent. What do you mean? This is the best place in town. What, is this one of those places you've seen in your games? Certainly looks old enough. Seriously, I love her with her little bitchy remarks. Next, you'll tell me a story that back in the Stone Age, a quirky local businessman entertained the people with a mammoth show right at this very spot. Is that what you think of me? I don't just sit around playing computer games, you know. Yeah, if I were Vlad, I'd be starting to get a little bit insulted as well, to be honest. Yeah, you also sit around watching movies and TV shows. I get it already. Hey, don't be like that. I came to this cafe many years ago. I even remember the name of it, Tavern. Well, it's certainly something different. We may as well go in. You can tell me all about what brought you here back then. While you're at it, you can tell me why this cafe has such a strange name. In the cafe. Actually, you guessed correctly, oddly enough. This place is actually a historical building. Our people have been coming here to eat for more than a century. Also, they have the most delicious tea in the world. The owner is a bit nostalgic and came up with the name. It's his way to keep the place historically authentic. How do you... You're a funny little boy. How do you know so much? And how did you get here last time? Oh, that's a long story. I was very young then. I'd only started with my freelancing, long ago in a distant land. A fearless samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me in this cafe. There was a customer who really wanted to meet in person. I soon found out he wasn't actually looking for someone to do freelance work. He was looking for a drinking buddy. I'm just going to leave that sentence right there. I had no idea at the time, of course, and turned up dressed like I was going for an interview, one of the few times in my life wearing a jacket. This was the first and last time in my life I did such a stupid thing. What stupid thing? Meeting with a complete stranger in another city? No, I wore a jacket. That's what was really stupid. Hey, you were in a jacket all week in the bank. It was very difficult for me. Oh my god. Oh, how sad. This guy ended up being okay, I guess. Sociable. He didn't get completely drunk. Told me a lot of the history about this place. I remember it clearly. This was meant to be my first serious work order and, well, such is life. You mentioned the tea here. How do you know about it? You were drinking alcohol with that man at the time, I assume. Not tea? Well, I almost didn't drink, but this was a new client, so I joined him. I wasn't feeling I was so great afterwards. He noticed my condition, told me all about this magic local tea, and all my pain vanished after having a cup, and then he took advantage of me back at his place. So we left the place to get completely sober, and in the end, actually had a work order for me. Okay. He ended up being a very honest and direct client, and paid me very well for my work. You certainly have an interesting life. Here I am stuck in the bank and can't get out. I'm that overloaded with work I can't see daylight. What about catching up with friends? Well, I can't talk, me being an unsociable computer homebody. You're a girl though, you must have a bunch of friends. Yeah, well, not really. Most are only acquaintances. Everyone only cares about themselves, and when they're all together, all they do is stand around boasting about their successes. I wasn't expecting that. To be honest, it's not very often that I go out. I just want to go home after work, and I'm usually too busy on weekends. We worked for almost a week in the cafe. This is my longest cafe marathon. Wow, it turns out that maybe my life isn't so bad after all. At the very least, I get to meet with customers, or just do some small jobs here and there to cover the living expenses, and I regularly get out of the house. Yeah, still, it's a completely different thing to sitting in a cafe working instead of just going for fun. Well, that's true. I mean, this is a lovely day that this is like the first day that they've just kind of spent together without worrying about the stupid website and that stupid boss and the stupid bank and the stupid structure and the stupid process and the stupid data management. But this has been nice. You've been telling me all sorts of interesting stories. There's no one bothering us and we're able to just sit here savoring the world's best tea. On the way back. Oh, Vlad, look, what a cute snow meadow. Come on, let's go. Why? We're almost home. What do you mean, why? It's cute. Come on. Oh, they can go running around in the snow together. On the meadow. The cool, beautiful, like, melancholy music starts playing again. And in summer, there'll be mushrooms everywhere. When I was a child, I was very fond of them and used to pick them when taking a walk with my parents in the woods. Sorry, I don't get out much. I feel like this is like her natural habitat. She's not supposed to be in an office environment. Phew, I need to get out on the road more often, even in the middle of winter. I'm out of practice with my driving. I hope Sveta hasn't noticed. Uh-huh. Ooh, there's birds' nests in the trees, and squirrels. Squirrels! I want a squirrel. Uh-huh. Wait, look at how pure white it is. A great plain of snow, untouched by man. Well, it's not a plain, it's a forest. Oh, don't be a spoilsport. Yeah, she's using her imagination here. She's living her fantasy. All the same, it's cool. Yahoo! Okay, okay. Oh, in my childhood there was a story about a wondrous forest. You'll never believe it. Hee. Listen, it goes like this. Well, it seems Sveta's relaxed, finally. It turns out she really does have a lovely smile. Aww. Not at all like the one that she always has when in the bank. This is completely sincere, one coming straight from the heart. There are hundreds of those funny stories from childhood that everyone has, but everyone has ones that are special, the ones that take them back to when they were truly carefree. What are you doing just standing there with that vulgar smile for? Catch a snowball with that vulgar smile. Whoa, what an image. Day 8, Monday. Project completion day. Oh my god, here we go. Well, I assume all conditions have been met. Well, you should be aware that we came across a series of issues as we progressed. We couldn't account for these when we started this project.
I don't know about this. As you know, everything has been clearly listed in the contract. What does it say about this situation?
It states here that the contract will be voided if proof of fault by our party is presented on any claims. Completed work remains the property of the bank as compensation for loss of revenue and impact on workplace productivity. Okay, so wait a second. So, if like the contract gets voided, not only do they get your work hours for free, but you also get all the work that you've done up to this point for free. So it's still like a win-win situation for the bank. Like, whatever. Are you for real? But you can clearly see that we have done the best we could. If the volume of work was exactly as what was planned for in the work list, everything would have been completed. How could we know the papers would have so many cross-references?
Why are you even bothering with these excuses? The contract is concluded. It's not my fault that you can't properly assess the scope of the work detail. You agreed to a week being enough time to go accomplish the task. I didn't force you. Now it's upon you to take responsibility for your decisions.
But how can you do this to us? I mean, we've completed the main pages and made sure that we transferred the more important documents to electronic form, and we've completed most of the minor items that were raised. We didn't have enough time to do support pages. The reference links for those were all over the place. This is actually irrelevant, because once you have a contract, everything else just goes out the window. It's like, if the black and white contract isn't fulfilled, then sorry.
Did anyone say this would be an easy job? What is written in the contract? Ensure that all cross-links are present and confirmed correct. You said yourself there were no connections with some auxiliary pages, so this contract item hasn't been completed. So, in accordance with paragraph 13.7 of the contract, all development rights and works, complete or in part, are now transferred to the ownership of the bank without cost. I want to remind you that the contract was notarized. If you raise a case in court, you will end up with nothing. Any court's ruling will side with the bank.
Yeah, I must say, if I were the judge in this situation, based purely on the contract, I would have to side with the bank as well. This contract is dishonest. The way this was written up, contractors don't have any rights. Yeah, but you signed it. That's irrelevant. If you disagree with it now, you signed it. Like, I love you, Sveta, and I love you, Vlad, but, like, just looking at it here, that's the way it is. Them's the breaks. Look at this. Even if there's a case considered an act of God, the contract rules only in favor of the bank.
No one forced you into this. You had the opportunity to review the contract before signing. It's too late to change anything.
Are you kidding me? We've completed the primary tasks, and now you're saying that you're not willing to pay us for any of it? Yeah, there's your big score going right out the window. Wave bye-bye, Vlad.
I think I've been clear enough with my explanation. In my perspective, the decisions I've made here are well within my legal rights.
Really? You should consider our point of view as well. You're being completely unreasonable.
It really doesn't matter what you think of me. In the end, it's all about money, isn't it? And right now, I will pay you nothing.
So that means... Look at him, that facial expression is just like, I rest my case. Fine, I get it. Would you consider negotiating?
That's the question I've been waiting for. After all, it wouldn't be profitable to anger the programmers of my own website, so I have a compromise. The contract hasn't been fulfilled. We'll let it officially remain so. Unofficially, I will pay 50% of the agreed amount and retain full rights and ownership to your completed work. Do you agree?
But I would take it. Like, seriously, you've got to take it, and you just got to, like, stomach it and leave and just say, okay, well, look, you won this time, but at least I get something. I could refuse, but I really don't have any other choice, do I?
Exactly. That's the best I can offer.
I'd say, like, or else you could refuse it, hack into their website, and completely screw them over. That's your other option, Vlad, if you want to go, like, cyber terror on them. I agree, half is better than nothing, but I won't provide support for the product.
That's fine, agreed. This envelope has your money, don't let me keep you any longer.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Later, in the bank. Why did you agree to all that? We did all the work, except all those issues we couldn't account for. We should have demanded the full amount. That wouldn't have happened. Sveta, I've dealt with these types of customers before. We're lucky he paid anything at all. He would have made even more demands of us if we pushed him. These types? Come on, he can't be that hard to deal with, surely. Yes, we are paid a minimum wage for working here, and it's almost impossible to get a raise, but they always issue our paychecks on time. It's for the same reason, really. It's all about money. He's terribly greedy, but didn't want to let on, or we'd have any grounds to sue the bank. A sly fox, that one. Yeah, you're just gonna have to, like, smarten up and be careful next time with your contract signing. You can't go around like John Hancocking every piece of paper someone shoves under your nose. What's there to do? I'm going home. I won't be coming back to this bank again. So that's it? Seriously? Like, you're just like, okay, well, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. What about your friendship that has blossomed over the past week? Let me help you pack. Oh, I don't have anything to collect. I'll just make my way through the bank and say my goodbyes to everyone. Okay then, what? No, it's nothing. All the best. Thank you. Hope you'll keep in touch. Oh my god, are you for real? Seriously? What a cold farewell. An hour later. Vlad, wait up. Sveta, what's up? I would have thought you would have been still catching up on work. Don't worry about that. You're leaving already? Yeah, it's about that time, so can I help you? Here, Commandant Cactus, take it please. How come? He's yours now. You're a lucky charm that will protect you. Of course he is. Just please keep it at your house for a while. I'll have a lot to do at work for the next few weeks, so I won't be getting home until late at night. Not sure I can look after it very well. All you have to do is water it, are you for real? Like, the plant doesn't really care if he gets watered at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, as long as he gets watered. But, like, then I think that's, like, the point is that she's just, like, she's, like, artificially making some sort of reason to keep in contact with him or whatever. Once I've dealt with everything here, I'll take back the cactus and take good care of it. Please, will you take it? Okay, just don't forget to come by and pick it up. I find it, like, really interesting how she's all of a sudden the one who's, like, pushing to kind of keep in touch with him, and he's just kind of being completely, like not really invested whatsoever at the moment. After a few days. Whew, that's finally over. I can catch up on some sleep. No more pressure. I bet you both of them are just delighted not to have that stupid website mumbo jumbo, like, on their shoulders anymore. But something's missing. I wonder how Sveta is doing. A few more days pass. Aw, look at him sadly walking through the cold streets of Russia. A diet of dumplings obviously isn't agreeing with me. Back at the bank, they all kept feeding me. There was always someone treating me with a bun, a candy bar, something to drink. That's what I really miss about working there, not the girl I fell in love with. Spetty even brought in some homemade soup for me once. I hate soup, but hers was really delicious. The week passes. Man, I haven't cleaned up my hard drive in ages. There's Commandant Cactus, oh. There's so much trash in here, no wonder it's been running slow. Better get this fixed right now. Don't you agree, Commandant? Nice to know that you're always here to support me. Oh my god, are we, like, running into, coming out on top territory here with the goldfish? Oh my fucking god, that whole goldfish scenario is, like, the best thing ever. Almost like Sveta. After a few days. Walking through the snowy cold streets of Russia again. Oh, Sveta, hello, how are you? How unexpected. I quit my job. Oh my god, she looks so happy to have quit her job. What? Why? A kind of providence, maybe? Once I really saw what kind of person my job was and looked to my friends at this bank for advice, they just walked away. They're all completely self-absorbed, looking out only for themselves and trying to take advantage of everyone else. If I stayed at the bank, I'd soon end up just like them. Yeah, it's like the Borg or something. Wow, that's a bold step. Oh, she looks so happy now. We get, like, the happy momentum music again. I've been meaning to say this for a while, Vlad. Thank you so much for everything. We've been through a lot, both frustrating and fun, and in such a short time. And then there was everything at the bank through us at the end of all of it. Only, you know what? It was all worth it. I've learned to enjoy life again. Our trip opened up my eyes about a lot of things. That 1 week working with you was like a breath of fresh air in a realm of hollow sadness. So it's all thanks to you I can smile with all my heart and soul again. Aw, she looks so cute. Oh, and he looks so adorable as well. Really, but I didn't do anything. But I'm really happy for you, Sveta. After all, it was you who told me we need to move forward and do something with our lives, and look at you now. By the way, Commandant Cactus has gone very green for some reason. Turned green? Are you feeling okay, Vlad? This is a cactus, it should be green. Green as in he's been feeling very unwell lately. Aww. With all the work she's been doing lately, his mum seems to have completely forgotten about him. Aww. But it's like he's talking about himself because they have the same haircut. So it's like he's indirectly telling her that he wants, like, her to take an interest in him again. Maybe you could check in on him this evening. I'll have tea ready with chocolate. Oh, so this is how it is it? Let me think. Milk chocolate? The way, like, she moves her eyes there. Of course, for you, Svetlana, only the best. You know, Mr. Wizard, I think you've talked me into it. The end. Oh, the end of the story! Idea and Realization by Hrabrov Dmitry, aka Dexperix, or whatever. Text authors, him again, and Grininkova. Oh my god, Grininkova Lily, aka Kaya. Wasn't that like the book she was talking about that she read or whatever, or the author? Yeah, because look, oh my god, that's so cool. So like that's like, so that's the author. Like she was one of the authors of like the story. So when she was like, oh, I read this person recently, it was like the author saying, oh, I read this book by myself or whatever, which is so fun. Oh, there's that asshole. Music by iBog. Original text proofreaders, there's the Charlie Brown trombone people again. There's Commandant Cactus and the chocolate. Aww, what a beautiful ending image. Thank you for being with us. And there's a beautiful ending image. Aww, I think I'll just leave that there for a while. Like, as I say, this has been Winter Novel, a brief visual novel. For Winter's Elementary. I think it's going to end up maybe being like 4 parts by the end of this. Probably like 4 like 20 to 25 minutes parts. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you very much for watching. And there's more Winter's Elementary to come. See you next time. Bye now.